So, hello and welcome to a new Siralim stream from me. We're going to roam around and have some fun with my engineer, which I have already optimized a little bit since the last time I showcased him. And, well, I tweaked it to be like that. So as you see here, there's a lot of Alpha Strike burst incoming whenever we start out a fight. And without instabilities, this build is right now clearing out very, very fast, and I'm very, very confident with it. But there's so much potential, and I thought, like, let's try and grind out some potential tonight, and grind out some cards tonight at the same time, and probably, let's see what will happen in between. I'm in a mood where I'm down for some resource grind, and talking a little bit about what I did here with my engineer, where I want to get towards to, and generally what I have in mind with my Siralim streaming time, because I have plans. I always have plans, but I'm figuring that it's about time to get a little bit more directly towards the whole Ascension thing. But I think I want to talk about that a little bit more in detail when there's more people around, because that's just going to be more fun. Oh, speaking about fun, here's another level of Erebus. So far, the engineer really works out super decently fine as a low-tier farming machine. It's damn fast, and it's also very versatile. I'm very happy with the new character classes that are around. So let's grind out some more Amaranth, why not? Hey, Paulo, happy to see you, my friend. How's going? Well, I felt like grinding out some Siralim again. And there I am. Trying to wrap my head around what I did here with the engineer again, and I already came behind a couple of ideas again, and I remember that I wanted to remove the Aeolian god. I think there were a handful of things that I had in mind to do with the next stream. I've been playing a crap ton of Disgaea before, and felt like taking a little bit of a break. So, interrupting one grind with another grind, you know, just to keep things interesting. How's going, Disgaea? I freaking love it. I don't know, it's been love on first sight. I learned to feel like at first it was, damn, I have to control 10 characters. Now I'm like, oh no, I only can deploy 2 more characters. And yeah, I grew really accustomed to it quite quickly. It's a damn good game, even though it's 19 years old now. It's just a bit clunky because of that. It's my biggest downside that I had with Disgaea 1 so far, the PC version. It's just terribly annoying that it has no speed up function, but it's just too much fun. The story's a lot of fun, and I just can't put it down. But I'm looking forward to enter part 2 and the more modern times. Yeah, that's damn right, Paula. That's exactly it. I was exactly feeling like a teenager again when I was popping up Final Fantasy 7 and 8 and grinded the hell out of it. This game's giving me very, very similar feels like the good old times. Hey, Pixels, happy to see you, man. So we had a little bit of a grind out here, so that works out all super decently, at least on 0 instability. So let's check out what the hell I did there. I can't barely remember. So we have that indirect damage thing. And I hope we have a Nephilim Shield Bearer in there. That's an End trait, Pallida for Office Strike, Periphery, yeah, Perma Dodge and Perma Crit. That one I want to remove today and replace with another god, preferably. Gift for you, creatures' attacks deal more damage and afflict target with bomb. This is something that I find very, very replaceable. And Stan is 1, and that's the trait from the Nephilim Shield Bearer. I think, wasn't it you, Pixel, or was Kage no Onisu, who told me that the wonderful thing, the wonderful interaction here is that this thing is a damage sharing ability, and this trait here reduces the shared damage. So everybody shares 25% of the damage, but it's getting reduced by 70%, so this is really, really powerful. So, that's another End trait. Grapnel Blast, that was a recommendation from the comment section as well. Amazing. It's damn amazing. Like, it just amplifies the damage of bombs terribly. And what do we have here? Another End trait. Lizardry. Yeah, Lizardry is also amazing. I think it comes from an ethereal creature, if I remember it right. So it can be very finicky. Well, this combo is damn easy. Like, slap the Nephilim Shield Bearer and the Face Knight together and you're in for fun. Or are we talking about a different thing? So Lizardry is awesome because, you know, I'm rocking a lot of ethereal spells and that's going to make them never run out. I found that a really, really powerful trait. And click, click, boom, yeah, sure. Take damage when we defend or provoke. Less damage per hit. And yeah. Tox Dweller party buff thing, sure. And here I got one trait left on the artifact. So what we can do today is I'm able to exchange 2 traits, one different god and one fusion as I see fit. So that's a lot of potential to change. Beyond that, I'm running a lot of short fuse in these artifacts. Short fuse just does one thing. It lets the enemy take damage equal to its bomb debuff potency. Pretty powerful stuff. Procs whenever I do a spell. And yeah. Let's check out what gods I have already unlocked for summons. I really don't know what will be a good fit, but let's check it out. So, my artifacts creatures nether stones. No thanks. It's basically made for engineer, I think. After this creature damages an enemy, it steals buffs. Well, I'm not interested. After this creature damages an enemy below 50% health, it casts Death Siphon. Your creatures deal additional damage with attacks and spells equal to 5% of all the damage your creatures have dealt in the current battle. Well, this is a foolproof way of never getting outscaled of a fight, you know? If you rock Mortem, you always just can tell yourself, I'll sit and wait and deal damage. Not the worst choice. Better than Aeolian right now, in my humble opinion. So, Meraxes. Yeah, stat gains are no longer subject of diminishing returns, no thanks. Lister, no thanks. After your creatures attack, they reduce the target's maximum health by the same amount of damage dealt now. Erebus, after my creatures take damage, they scourge back. Well, not a big fan. Azeral, snowstorms the enemy, and yeah, well, pretty cool combo, but attack based mostly. Creatures can equip all spell gems. Well, it's a comfy thing. or spell convolution, no thanks. Aria Maki. Enemies deal damage with attacks and spells using their lowest stat rather than. Tempted. Extremely tempted. At least until I find a better fit to my current strategy, because this is a jack of all trades, you know? But it's a damn powerful defensive option. I mean, it's basically forcing the enemy to use its crappiest stats and let us utilize our damage better. Very tempted. Pokranox, yeah, sure, no. I'm not down with the arrows. After a creature gains or loses stats, it always gains. Okay. Can be really cool. 40-80. Creatures are resistant to debuffs after my creatures are afflicted with a debuff. Oh, well, it's a shame that I don't have all the gods unlocked as of yet. That's why I was talking today also about doing some Ascension runs in the near future. Because I feel like it's about time, you know. I've got 500 hours on this account. It's time to send at least one class, I think. And at least unlock all the gods for once, so I know what's a good fit. But, you know, guys, we're going to pick up Ariamaki. I think Ariamaki is definitely going to be a better fit than Aeolian right now. Because Aeolian is kind of a double-edged sword. And the secondary trait on this guy is outright useless. Not doing anything with that. Well, what sucks a tad bit is that I got a sword on... well, stand as one. Maybe we can't put that onto something else. We'll see about that. So, the real interesting question now is, what kind of creature will I fuse my Ariamaki now with? Because, that's the most difficult choice. I feel like I would love something defensive yet again. Because, when you check out the engineer, you don't need to rack up insane amounts of damage. Because you get... where is it at? Which one was it? I'll find what I'm talking about in a second. Yes, here. Enemies bomb debuffs deal 50% more damage for each time they've been damaged by this debuff in the current battle. The engineer has an automated scaling in itself. I just need to survive and apply more bombs. It'll scale up every turn by 50% on its own. So I don't think I needed that terribly much effort to power up my damage even more. So I'm considering something defensive. Yeah. So let's see what we can find there. Thought the Apis had more defensive options. Well, I mean, we can check out our good old friends, Doom Guards. They are always good for a defensive choice, aren't they? Crusaders, well, they're a little bit egoistical. So, Jin here, there we go. So, I mean, the easiest choice would be a flat fusion with a Chaos God. Very tempted to do this, because this way, my Ariamaki will be compatible to every team in the future, because there's never going to be a wrong thing with an Ariamaki avatar used with that. So that's why I'm really tempted to put this together, because it will do nothing bad, and it makes the avatar reusable, because I have a hunch that I might be plucking in another avatar in the long run here. So, nature shapeshifter. It's a little bit more specifical, is it now? No longer critical damage. Also pretty nifty. Adjacency defenses, no. No. Okay. Let me check. I have a wrong memory about the nature shapeshifter, obviously. Because I have no clue why it should give these bonuses you're talking about. So, Olfen, Phoenix, Pilwiz, Raven, R.S., Shambler, Seraph. Am I locking the shapeshifter species altogether? Are they a god thing, or are they, is the species called different, Pixel? Well, I'll check it out myself. Siralim Creatures Base, Sherry, Nature, Shapeshifter. Shapeshifter, Temple of Lies, Refuge of the Magi. When new creatures deal damage to each other. Alright, now I see what you're what we're getting towards to. That's not necessarily there. Page 39. Ah, yeah, here. Lol. Sometimes we don't need that because of lucidity. Here. We're immune against confusion. Hey, Kage, a pleasure. Well, I really like Ariamaki. Yeah, it's no final choice. That's why I went into. I agree with you. I agree with you totally. Although, even though I didn't even see the argument you put there, but it's that reason why I wanted to fuse the Ariamaki with the Chaos Guard, so this way I can use them as a placeholder until I have a better fit. And a Ariamaki fused with a Chaos God will never be a wrong thing. So let's do this for now, because I'm tired of that double-edged sword that Aeolian offers. And Aeolian is also fused with something that I really don't utilize here for real, and it's a stale slot, and I don't like that. So for now, it's okay. It's not an optimal choice, but I think it's going to be an upgrade compared to the current situation. That's for sure, or at least I hope so. So sort by race. Guard, here. Oh, I like that one. So this way I might not have the optimal choice for my current squad, but I feel like it's going to be better than Aeolian for sure. Indeed, Pixel. That's exactly what I felt like. And therefore, let's see where this will get us. You know, there's just one thing I'm bothered with right now, and that's the fact that I'm rocking a sword here. So let's see. Do I carry a? So what was that item again? Oh gosh, too many things. Stand as one. View trade details. There's no. Okay, I'll find it somewhere in my item pool for sure. Materials, artifacts, sort by. Oh gosh, I can't sort. Okay, I'm pretty sure that. Yeah, prop name, mat name. So it's terrible that I can't put this filter up in that situation. Anyways, Stan is one. Do I have that another time? That's the question I'm asking myself here. Yes, even 2 times. So I could just rebuild that thing as a staff. I mean, let's check out the Ariamaki's creature sheet. 58 grand speed. Well, I got I don't need that. Should definitely change the bias there towards intelligence, probably. I'll leave it like that for now. Let's forge a new artifact. Let's forge a new staff, because I really feel like staves are just better for this team. Okay, so how did I'm rocking intelligence defense here. I'm always not sure which kind of traits I should prefer here. I always feel like defense sounds like the best choice of secondary, but I really wonder what the most optimal choice there would be. I'm somehow not not convinced that I'm doing the right choices there. So more potency, less damage, trait slot, or prop 9 standard one. That's a good statement, Pixel. That's a good statement. So let's check it out. I got a lot of dudes that have short fuse as a spell, but what I don't have right now are dudes that reapply bombs. Hey, Jordan, welcome. Appreciate it. I want to redo that this tutorial series somewhere around the next months, because I'm not that happy with the quality of those. I'm always happy to hear that. It's still helpful, but I want to improve on those. So I'm always happy to hear somebody here knocking on by and reminding me that I still want to do that. Now, let's see, fireworks. That's exactly the one that I want to link here. Small amount of damage and a chance to reapply bombs. There we go. Okay. Now this dude needs some spell gems as well. So fractal explosion, we're going to take that. Don't have a short fuse here, huh? But definitely need somebody with acid rain too. And let's craft ourselves a short fuse gem too. Because everybody needs a short fuse gem in this team. There we go. And let's upgrade that acid rain gem with generosity. And more. No. Sarah. Ah, this wonderful user interface. Generous. There we go. So there's only one thing left. Define the strategy and define the equip the short fuse and set that as my default. There we go. So now we've got all these together. So now I have one spell slot left open that we can use for whatever. Might slot in determination here or something like that. We'll see about that. So let's give that combo a go in a terribly nasty environment. Let's see what it will do, you know? I do know one thing for sure. My team was in the past very squishy. Alright, so damage obviously ain't a problem. Or at least, well, okay, it's not that. Let's not take that as granted for now. Only because the first team pops quite satisfying, but it's a good sign. I feel like with Ariamaki, I should have more survivability than before. So, okay. Holy crap. Okay. So far, so good. I guess this is an easy realm. We have to roll a few to be sure, you know. There's always I mean, yeah, 159%. That's for sure no too nasty realm. Let's see, what do we have here? Less spell potency, extra attack, extra intelligence. Yeah, no defensive stats whatsoever on the enemy side. That's why they explode like crazy. As far as the damage dealing goes, this is almost the same as a tier 0 instability, so... Okay. So we have an endless supply of acid rains. If ever the enemy grows on top of us, I really find that quite reassuring to have a spell that melts down the enemy defense. I think over the course of the time we're going to add in a couple of extra tools into our toolbox here for this class. I don't know why, but so far these new classes, especially the engineer, are a lot of fun. They have great synergy within their own perks. The own perk tree is is feeling very well rounded. And when I set up this build, I had a hard time stopping myself from playing it because it was so much fun. It still is, you know. Grinded out a couple of false gods that day. I think 2 or 3 fell to this build. Because I had such a good time. And that was even with a non-optimal choice of god. Yeah, indirect damage always has been one of the stronger ways of dealing damage, I feel. But the toxicologist and the engineer are so far really, really, really powerful in that regard. I'm really curious to see the other new classes in action, I mean. And still very curious to try out some of the old classes. There's still so much meat on the bone with this game. I really like that. And grinding out those false gods is also kind of addicting, and because the more you do it, the better the stuff grows in the guild shops, and you also gain so many new amazing perks. Lovely. Yeah, there. What was the there was one class that was very much focused around resurrecting people, but only a certain amount of times. Gravewalker or so. Forgot the name. That's one that I'm really, really looking forward to. So here, extra health, 259%. There we go. Chance to resist damage. This is one of the super obnoxious realms. Graveborn, that's been the name, yeah. I'm really curious to find out how good that is, because on paper, it looks damn OP. But at the same time, it looks like something that can blow up in your face if you misplay it. And that sounds like something pretty cool. And speaking about pretty cool, this enemy squad is taking a bit forever to die, but beyond that, they're just falling like flies. Yeah, I feel like with the addition of Arya Maki, the enemy damage is like non-present anymore. It's pretty good. So like it. And there's still room. We got a another trade slot open and one artifact. So only ability can be organized by his ability. The Graveborn can only resurrect each creature 3 times per battle or something like that. It's like the Graveborn's interaction is like you have only a limited amount of resurrects, but whenever you resurrect, you buff up the entire team like crazy. So basically, when you are out of resurrects, your team is in fact the strongest. So that's an interesting way of playing, because basically the more risk you pick up, the more destructive power you have in your hands. And that's a very, very interesting thing. I'm wondering if it's fun to play or if it's obnoxious to play. It's the only thing that I can't tell as of yet. Alright, but beyond that, am I playing an instability realm or what? Pretty good so far. As if they wanted a riskier spec than the Purgatorian. The Purgatorian is fun. I love the Purgatorian. I gotta get back to that class one day soon. I had a good time with that. It's been one of those builds that whenever I ran into a boss I had problems beating with, I tried out the Purgatorian and like surprisingly often he came out on top of the enemy, because the crazy cycle of death and rebirth somehow bashed down the enemy quite good. It's the Purgatorian is a lot of fun. But I really want to get back into that one day, because I have now a way better understanding of the game as a whole, and I think I can make more magic work there. Speaking about making magic work, I updated the thumbnail for the stream. Very fond of that. I feel like it's looking a lot better than the old one. So yeah, is this Insta 5 or what? So far, the Ariamaki edition is just defusing the enemies entirely. We have to roll a few rounds, of course, to really know how far this goes. Sometimes it's just the luck of the draw, but this looks a little bit too stable for mere luck of the draw. Especially since these guys just are, I don't know. I'm not seeing my creatures take any damage. That's a very, very good sign. So we're going to go for False God soon. Can't be seeing those that your bars aren't going up and down in the barriers. Yeah, yeah, exactly. There, it looks damn stable. There's no crazy up and down spiking. Mirlinar, hey there. We were just watching the Doombringer video. Nice. That's been a damn long time ago. Ah, good times. Well, so since we are a couple of people now together, I want to go for Ascension runs in the near future. Well, at least that's the bigger next project, when I'm not going to go for new classes, because I figured I wanted to go a little bit deeper into things. And the other thing that I wanted to try out is arena runs. I thought like I wanted to do a arena stream run. Lands, I tried Graveborn, right? 0p when played, right? If your messenger did, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's like you get, it's a very high risk reward poker, and I think that's a really great thing. Breaks up the monotony of many builds in here. I mean, I don't know how fun Ascension runs actually are. I somehow doubt that they are super fun. But I think I can help a couple of people there as well with setting up something that'll work. Oh, the drafting thing. Yeah, I tried it a couple of times and I got my teeth bashed in because well, I didn't really see the good creatures as of yet, but who knows. Figured maybe it's going to be fun we do this together and record some of that. No problem, Kage, no problem. I'm not running around. And running away, I mean. So, Zap, Greater Dispel. Always my favorite move. Always my favorite move against them. So, yeah. Whoopsie, that was unintentional. Oh, I need to check out the Ariamaki spell by the next occasion. Ugh. You're taking damn long to die, my friend. Yeah, mimics are so damn tanky. Don't want to cast that thing. Grandeur. Your creatures gain a massive amount of stats, and their ultimate... Why shouldn't I? Cool. I mean, seriously, this is damn cool to have that. This is good enough to whip up a macro for it. So the spell is probably the most beneficial thing about the god. Yeah, well, I think this Ariamaki fusion that I have here, I might be applying that to future builds more often, just as a placeholder, because it's just adding in a ton of stability. So let's slap that up, because it's just damn good, man. So, jeez, will you? Will you stop being so tanky, Mr. Mimic? So, well, in this particular scenario right now, I mean, our issue is a completely different one. The enemy has 259% extra health, is strong against chaos, so two of my critters deal less damage and have a chance to avoid damage. So here there's really everything ugly combined together that you could ask for. Oh yeah, I hear you, Kage. This is I feel like this grandeur spell must be amazing if you are able to repeat it just like you do it there, because it's just otherwise stat gain via spells can be a tad bit slow. Yeah, alright, so mimics in a realm with so much bonus HP are just flat out annoying, but well, annoying ain't difficult, you know. So I would say the damage seems to be okay, but not overwhelmingly dramatically strong. I'm surprised that... So... Yeah. I hate this realm. Stupid place. But it shows that we're able to beat tanky realms too. Stream stopped for a moment for you, Anya. Well, I heard that today before, and well, Maybe my connection has hiccups again, as far as I can see. Yeah, if two of you are saying that. Ugh, yeah, well. At least it wasn't so long that it entirely broke the stream. These short interrupts in the connection, I know these. So welcome back, everybody. So I'm going to escape from this place because it sucks to be here. And yeah, well, I would assume my connection, because it sounds like the typical slight hiccups that my connection has sometimes. Alright, let's check out this place. More damage dealt. Gems sealed after casting. Now that sucks. Wow. Just amazing. Alright, if the enemy isn't rocking 300% extra HP and damage avoidance. Yeah, alright, it was only 260%, but you get me. Stuff is actually dying quite fast there. Yeah, I like this build. I like this build a lot. Just wonder if we're, what kind of god we're going to fuse in here in the long run, but, Yep, agree with you, Kage. Agree with you. If this is happening even at T5 instabs, the game, usually the build is quite healthy. You can't keep that up like 80% of the T5 instab realms. That's a very, very good sign. I'm frankly surprised about the quality. I mean, sure, I think it was you who brought up a couple of real good tips, like, for example, I think it was your tip to bring up the shrapnel blast. I think I got that one from you. This thing amped up the damage output of this build by an amazing amount. I think I owe that one to you, if I remember correctly. All right, let's check out where the hell is going on here. Yeah, it was yeah. Or for some reason, it's that those tips come often from your side. Never had that shape. Appreciate that you're taking so much time for with my stuff. Alrighty, let's see how we're going to fare against another boss. Ah, no, yeah, I'm notoriously skipping out on them relics. We need to change that habit. Oh, I don't know how much piety I have lying around. I even most of the time do these prophecy runes quite diligently. And then I forget about equipping them damn relics. Shout out to the relics. But at least I remember that lately I was again looking at the relics for the engineer, so... Yeah, well. Sad to hear that, Mirulina. I had to unequip the relics because they slowed down my game. So... There we go. Handful of apocalypses. Well, it's actually kind of sad that I have no relic equipped, because that's a pretty amazing bonus to get. Well, I always felt like the relics were also a tad bit too specific, you know? The idea ain't that terribly bad, but the bonuses from the relics are all a little bit very specific, you know? It's hard to fit them into into builds in a way that you can actually slap 6 of them meaningful into your build. At least that's been my impression. Often they do things where I'm like, yeah, whatever, don't need that, or I think I hardly will notice that. Well, but I think it's time to revisit that. Alright, so let's see. Oh yeah, the last time Vicha just bursted the hell out of me, and I was gone in no time. We'll see now how much change Arya Maki has brought. If you Witch Doctor, oh, relics can give you some crazy stat bonuses once you get them scaled up their ranks synergies. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the point that I should go for. Lance, to be quite genuinely honest with you, it's just a case of information overload. It happens to me quite often with games like these when there's just too many options that my brain cuts out a couple of things and be like, okay, I'm busy enough with the rest of that. Well, leave me alone until I have digested the rest. And due to that, I sometimes just forget things like relics, for example. Or nether stones, another thing. The more the more feature-heavy a game is, the more features fall off the table until I get back to it. So far so good. We survived the first round. I was able to pop Grander on my creatures, so let's do an acid rain. Lower the defenses. Really should put a determination into my build and another slick healing spell. But that's looking out. It's looking quite nice, isn't it? Something destroyed all my barriers, but yeah, well, only for a moment. I love the barrier thing. But they're dying damn slow, aren't they? But I'm super happy to see that my team ain't exploding anymore. So, let's do another round of Acid Rain. Oh, we got Gem Sealing after casting. Does that apply to Ethereal Gems as well? I haven't checked, but it looked like they do. So... So are they already at their lowest possible defense, or what's the matter there? So, silenced? Yeah, well, it's another boss fight, so I think it's totally okay to take a moment for that. But the bombs are smacking now. They're dealing almost 1,000,000 damage now. That's what I love so much about this build. It takes a while. The first rounds are slow, but after a couple of rounds, it's really racking up. That's not why I really want to pack up some spells like Determination to stack up more defense, stuff like that. So, there we go. Requiem got sealed. Why do some spells get sealed and some don't? I'm confused. Also, it seems like the Carbuncle boss is invincible while his gemstone buddies are in town. Wow, they're resilient. Hey, B. How did you get that menu on the monsters where you can see their name? Brrr, that's a good question. For me, it's a quite normal thing. Or somebody know? Well, I think that's the first time for me with a tier 3 Vidya, and it certainly is more annoying than ever. So... But we're seeing here bomb explosions for 1.4 million. Ah, you mean that? Ah, yeah, holding F. Ah, thanks, guys. You're, I was a little bit confused about that. We can hurt it now! Hurt the carbuncle! Destroy the carbuncle! Yeah, especially seeing the enemy fusion partners can be damn important. Stop, well, here we go. Man. Yay me. C4 of the carbuncle. That's a very, very wise choice. Okay, come on. We're totally rocking it. Huh. So, that's been one damn chill nether boss fight. Add Instat 5. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. So, is there anything surprising in here? So... Thanks, Kage. I really will try that out, because I often found the battle log very, very lacking and useless, honestly. Yeah, I'm damn surprised how good it went. I mean, okay, to be fair, I invested basically an entire afternoon to create the foundation that we see here, where I basically only exchanged the Aeolian pod. And Aryamaki obviously brought a damn lot of stability. And, well, it might be so far not the fastest team, but it's one of the most solid teams that I've played in a while. We'll see how it goes when we're going on for the Ascension thingies. A faithless eye there. Well, most of the time the combats are not telling you too much. Most of the time this game is pretty much determined with the build itself. And, come on, give me an engineer goblet, please. Ah, yeah, I see. Yeah, Kage, that's absolutely right. I try to stick with the more simple builds, because I don't have, frankly said, the time to get myself that deep into it for the more complex interactions. Oh, come on, game, please, I want to play. I don't want to roll at the goblet, I hate it. When will it finally be stopped? When will the goblet stop hating us players who have unlocked too many classes? It's unfair. Ah, here, finally. Hey, Huron. So happy to see you, man. Okay, so let's check on out what did I get there. I bet that I got something new. Alright, these are amazing. These are amazing. These three can be basically an entire team. Yeah, this game has a couple of classes. Quite a handful. So, let's see. I am on bounty, am I? Yeah, 547 is... It's time for another Lloyd Prime. Yeah, let's just keep going with the T5 instabs. You basically select one class to play Faithless, and then you build your team around that, and when you're tired of one class, you can swap the class away and build a new team around. That's the nutshell. Yeah, that sounds like an amazing combo, Kage. Royal is something that I don't know when I'll try that out. One day in the far, far, far future, maybe. What's wrong with you, dude? Are you suffering from extreme defenses? Let me help you. So yeah, this is as good as I need it to be. And I still got one perk left. So there we go. Yeah, well, it has this game has a lot of options to play around with. You have more than 1,000 creatures. Every creature features a specific bonus skill, a specific bonus skill that's unique to it, and there's quite a lot of goodness in it. So there we go. Yeah, what I definitely can say that this game is absolutely too cheap for what it offers. It would be there's definitely enough content in it for a 40 bucks title. So if you like turn-based team builders, JRPGs, turn-based combat stuff like that, and you have a knack for complex games, check it out. It's definitely worth your time. But recently I catch myself asking myself more and more why the hell I should even bother with the T5 instabs anymore, because they just slow down my progression so damn hard. Well, Faithless, sucks to hear, bad man. Hope that somebody will show you a nice gesture there. I'm not really rich myself either. So I can't feel that. Because nether stones, yeah, but Jörn, honestly, did you find that many more nether stones in T5 instabs? I often wonder if, oopsie, I don't have bomb. I see it like that. It might be that the drop rate for nether stones is higher in T5 instabs, but T5 instabs also take way longer. So is the drop rate that much better, the quality, I see. Now that's an argument. Well, Faithless, that sounds just like my story, I'm now in the third year, almost in the fourth year. and still a long way until everything works on out as I want it to, but I'm almost finding no nether stones whatsoever, Yarn. That's why I'm asking you. Ugh, I hate those with a damage resistance chance and a 74% chance to dodge. All right, that doesn't really help them against bomb, but this is one hot to kill realm. Trying to send pariah. Oh dear. I think I don't want to start with pariah as my first choice for an ascension. Don't you think so? Yeah, I'm afraid we got one very experienced player among us. Alrighty. Die already. Oh, I hate face dudes. They are super resilient against indirect damage. And therefore, my preferred strategy of removing things is not that effective anymore. There we go. I mean, I use one of these creatures myself. Well, and you know, Faithless, I took this this career here, and it's been a rocky path, but I never had the feeling that I did something wrong. And I can only say now, I get up and I love getting to work every day, and that's a priceless feeling. If you have the feeling that you love what you're doing, it's really good. Woo, I hate this realm. I definitely need to put up a build one day that's faster with farming T5 instabs on a reliable basis, because that's just no fun. I mean, the cool thing is it works. I really should try to avoid realms that have a percentile damage avoidance chance whatsoever. I mean, that's the least I can do. Because I feel like these are gimping my DPS quite a lot. I'm really glad that you're around as well. Always appreciating people that are hanging out more often here. Always good to have good company, you know? So, yeah, well. I find it quite amazing that even after all the stuff I heard what you already did with that game here, Kage, it will still have things to work towards too. I really think that's a great thing. So, let's go. Well, it takes a while, but we're actually killing everything there. The, oh, they don't have... Yeah, here. Heal every turn 81% is also damn annoying. So let's slap out a Grandeur. Increase my creature's stats, because this might take a while longer otherwise. So let's acid rain these dudes. Strip them of their defenses. And get rid of them fast. There we go. I had no clue about the familiars being such a pain in the butt, but I hear you guys, so we're going to take them out ASAP. If possible, that is. Oh no, they dispelled all my bombs. That's mean. That's damn mean. I hate you guys. Stop dispelling my bombs, that's forbidden. Ugh. Now I have to sit through this. Three years later. But I mean, the good news is there's still not a not the least little bit of damage leaking through. But it will come sooner or later. Alright, see you then, man. Have a nice meal. So, let's spread bombs again. Oh, I can Grandeur again. Ah, yeah, of course, because ethereal spells don't take charges here. So, I think it was damn unlucky that the first creature in the enemy team popped a Greater Dispel as the very first action. That's been by far one of the most unlucky coincidences that I've had in the history of fights. Basically destroyed my entire scheme in one go. But now they're cracking. There we go. Now they're going down, down, down. Goodbye, monstersies. Well, yeah, isn't it amazing that there's always the crappy mechanics on good-looking games and vice versa? Find that quite amazing that you find the real great gameplay in the less amazing-looking games quite often. Good night, Miralina. Thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful day. There we go. Realm quest completed. I don't want to take the Face Knight portal because they are just Yeah, Faithless, I've been like that my entire life. Like, I've been always playing games that had very low graphics, and, very early in my life I realized that, it's more about the content and less about the, optics when it comes down to games. I mean, CDDA at least has some really fancy, tile sets that you can rock. Okay, that's been a horrible experience. So less indirect damage is something that I don't want to face either. So let's see how this will go down. Yeah, how the hell you can develop all that alone, I don't know. I don't know. So there we go. So they got damage reflection, gem seals after casts, but beyond that, doesn't seem like it's going to be too much of an issue there. So let's see. Finally, enemies that are not taking 2 days to die. So, False God can't take more than 10% damage. Hell, I feel like, how on earth should I bring up a build that could burst a False God faster than that? Well, that squad takes a while longer, but he also got a Paragon thingy. So, afflicts 3 debuffs. I think we can't take that. Well, Faithless, these monsters all have a handwritten text with background about their species and all as well, so this guy who makes this game has a lot of hot blood for his thing going on here. Amphib's Bayonets. Well, lots of casts, lots of casts. Alright, buffs galore. Oh no, invaders. Invaders must die. Sexbot invaders, especially those. So, alright, let's do the Dispel. And we need to replenish the bombs. There we go, Fractal Explosion. Or more Fractal Explosion, please. Why isn't that showing up? That's one hell of an annoying creature master. Holy crud. So let's slap the Fractal Explosions up, and then do the Dispel again. There we go. Just keep this, this buff galore off the enemy. Don't want them to be buffed too hard. It's always bothersome when the enemy is buffed too heavily. So there we go. quite unhappy about the sealed spells here, but it's not going to be too much of an issue, even with the boss, with the false god boss, because at the end of the day, I can also just attack and do a lot of damage. Can you please just die? Good God, who's giving you the right to just resurrect all day? What's going on with you? There we go. I hate it when you get these enemies that resurrect thousands of times and you don't know why. Just keep whacking them and waiting for them finally to not get up. So let's see. Ah, the enemies gaining invisible via the realm. I was like, where does this invisible buff come from? You're talking about the Amphisbaenos? Yeah. They aren't they the dudes that double effects like crazy? Yeah. And we have Ofan uses. I think these were also quite defensive. There we go. So False God starts at the top of the timeline. That's actually a good thing for me because I want those bombs to explode. I hate that gem seal after casting thing. I think I really need to get myself... I think there was one spell that unseals all the sealed gems in your team. Something like that. Pretty sure it exists, but I don't know where anymore. Yeah, it's pretty unusual to be okay with your enemy going first, but my build legit does debuff the enemy the more bombs he has exploding on him. Every exploding bomb lowers the damage he does. So yeah, it's actually wise to do that. It reduces the amount of damage your enemy can do. Crazily enough. Alrighty. So where's the last enemy party? Ah, there we go. I have a bad feeling about the False God fight because of these sealed spell gems. But we'll see about that. Oh, the one in the playlist, no, give me a sec. Here. I'll drop you that one. Enjoy. And that's the one currently playing. It's a larger playlist, so... No problem, man, no problem. Always love to promote the work of this artist there. So, okay, my people are just dying and I don't know why. Always amazing, isn't it? So let's see. Well, the rebirths popped. Let's see how that'll go down. Hard to say if it was attacks or spells or whatever smacked me there. Yeah, this is a false god. Oh no, he's attacking me before I can act. Oh, well, whatever. I hated that realm in the first place, so... So, here we go. Let's see. I legit have no clue where all the damage came from, but, probably I shouldn't have rolled something with more damage dealt, but whatever. I don't mind. This way we can farm the realms a little bit longer. Oh, a new exotic. Let's see what we're drawing there. Ugh, less damage dealt, 46%. I hate it. One day I'll kill it. So, what's this lovely fella going to do? After this creature is attacked while it's defending, it reduces the enemy's defense and speed. Yeah, okay. And they all got Nephilim traits. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. That's why nothing is happening. Okay, I'm out of here. Nothing sucks harder than a realm filled with Nephilim traits, traded dudes. Don't want to play that. It's just outright horrible. Because they all have that stupid stand as one thing that's reducing the damage like crazy for them. That's why nothing's dying here. It's not necessarily those 46% lower damage that I am suffering from. It's more about that stupid Nephilim trait. It's also the reason why this is taking forever to resolve. So, if you want to have some explanations on the build, the video I did before this one in the playlist is where I set up the entire build there. There's also a lot of the explanations in it. Here's the link to the playlist. It's really the easiest way of finding out how things are working out for this build here. So I'm out of here. Oh no, Nephilim realm. No, thanks. No, inhabited by bat rays. Now that sounds like delightful, except for the lowered speed stat, which sucks because speed is the stat bombs scale off of, but whatever. Let's see. So, oh come on, demigods, really? Yeah, I'm also away there. Because demigods are also so good at making stuff tanky. So let's try that one out. Yeah, writing and good music go hand in hand. So occultists, damage reflection. Yeah, let's see. This looks like something we can play. So, yeah, well, damage avoidance chance sucks, but whatever. Don't say attempting to write whenever you're working on writing. You're doing that. Authors have this tremendous ability to downsize their work. Stay on it. Stay strong, especially if it's fun. If it's not fun, you're doing something wrong. Writing should be fun. So, immune to spell damage? No, I don't want that. So, regardless. Writing is a wonderful experience, and there's one good thing about writing. People always will read. There's always going to be the need for new books. What kind of world you're building, Faithless, if I might ask? Is it a fantasy one, a sci-fi one, or what is it? Post-apocalyptic sci-fi. Cool. That's very, very lovely to hear. And that music is definitely fitting to that genre. Alrighty. Oh, increased view distance. The very important upgrades in life. Well, I'm myself developing a high fantasy world and a urban fantasy world myself. I'm a pen and paper geek here myself since teenage years. Never dropped the hobby. That's why I'm quite interested in what you're doing there, you know. Alright, let's see if we can kill the Lloyd Prime this time better. That's one damn good piece of advice, Pixel. Don't stress yourself out when you're world building, that you don't try to build the entire world. Build the world around the story that you're experiencing. That's top-notch advice. It's not only the info dump risk there, it's also that you burn yourself out because you get lost in tiny details that aren't too interesting, and B are just no fun to do. If you develop your story if you develop your world around the story, every story will be an exploration trip into your world where you're like exploring the world through the eyes of your protagonists. And that's one great experience, and probably the best way of diving through your stuff. So, let's see. always nice to see constructive criticism flying around here. So, where's the portal? There's the portal. Needs to go to the portal. I had a realm once where the portal was bugged and not spawning at all. So, let's see. Why is there somebody just dying? Really want to know why people are just dying. Why are people just dying and I get no explanation from that? Ugh. That's by far one of the most annoying parts of the game, so we'll have to do the battle log readout. Because I have no clue what the hell's popping my critters like that. Oh, look, the love bot is back. So let's see. Yeah, that body of Lloyd is doing something that, let's see. So... Why are they just dying, you know? Alright, stand as one. Looks like stand as one is bashing them in. I hate it when you're unable to find out what the hell's going on there. Hey Void, welcome! Well, let's do that without instabs then. I don't go too crazy about these either. It's one thing that bothers me about the game sometimes, that you really have such a damn hard time understanding why your party is dying when it's dying. That's really one thing. Because here I legit still have no clue why. I can only assume it was the stand as one, which delayed, which did a delayed proc on my critters, but it might have been something entirely else as well. Well. So I'll do another attempt on the boss, and then could it be mitigated by a better battle report during combat? Yeah, well, I have no clue what's... the thing here is there's bajillions of lines of text in there, because there's also bajillions of effects going up and down, and therefore... I really have a hard time thinking of a slick solution for that problem. Yep, I think so too, Pixel. I think this wouldn't really change anything. Because it's just, well, it's the sheer amount of information. You basically have to chow through, I don't know, several pages of readout there. Early game, it's a lot easier. Yep, that's true. But by now, I mean, this team has so many different layers of stuff going on that these layers are the actual problem. You have too many informational layers stacked on top of each other. But well, whatever. Luckily, I'm not that much of a perfectionist in this regard. Big fan of the Pareto principle. 80% of the work gets done in 20% of the time. And with games like these, I like to play it like that. I'm okay with 80% of the efficiency. Usually is enough to get me everywhere I want to. Just a tad bit bothered that I didn't understand what killed me there. Let's see if it works out better with a lower power Lloyd. If it will work out with a tier 0 version of the boss, then I know that it was just more damage than my team can tank. But there's something happening there. I really don't have any clue what the hell it is. I mean, the other problem I got, you're not allowed to look at the enemy's traits. I have the feeling it might be something like a damage reflection thing that's killing me. Yeah. I'm considering a sort of a damage reflection thing because you know. Yeah. Finally. All right. So the body deals damage to enemies based on the number of debuffs they have. After the body takes damage, it damages the enemy equal to 30% of the body's highest stat. So yeah. So no, it's stat-based damage as a matter of fact. So need my Arya Maki Grandeur buff. Well, as far as I've seen things, it was just the main body dealing tons of damage because my critters had a lot of debuffs, and this thing has damn high stats. Feel like I really need to rock determination here. Might be very much the case that I'm unable to kill this boss out of the fact that I'm not featuring high enough defensive stats. Might be very much the case, yeah. If I'm able to take that guy down, it's still a thing that I want to work on. I think what's going to be a big thing worth working on for this team will be slapping in more defensive spells into the slots of my artifacts. I think this will be something that'll help me a ton. It'll lose the ability that is attached to that specific limb, yeah. Oh, well, unfortunate timing for applying Grandeur while one of my critters is downed. Oh, hell! Alright. Those defenses didn't do anything. Yep, I need determination. Preferably on autocast. Preferably on autocast. But not today. I know what I can do against that. Basically add a couple of spells into the portfolio of my critters that automatically increase their defenses. That's basically all I need here. So, well, okay, well, let's do this. Here, determination. Creatures gain a large amount of defense and maximum health. And, well... Actually, we just do that twice. And then, one socket. 1 short fuse. 2 short fuse. And, let's see. Determination. And, let's see. Benediction. Well, okay. It's not necessarily a thing that I want to go for. No, I want to have that twice. Alright. That should resolve a lot of the issues there. Might be the entire problem. Because as far as I've seen things, it was just me not being able to tank the amount of damage that came on in there. But with that new spell casting, it should be no issue at all. So it's one cool thing. The longer you play your team, the more you can optimize all those little weaknesses and things you overlooked in the first place. I really like that. So, as far as I know, there's no maximum level, no. So there's never there's never too much grind there. Yeah, that's putting it down to very fitting words, Pixel. Yeah, there are hardly any numbers. Well, I bet the Discord server of the community is able to answer you that question. Yep. That's right. Numbers turn into letters at some point. I never thought about it that closely, but it's actually quite a funny thing. Realm depth 14,000. Good God. Jeez. But I mean, there's always that that one crazy guy, isn't it? So let's see if I can have revenge on Lloyd this way. So, here's the last team. Wow, 100% achievements. Amazing. Holy crap. That's quite impressive, eh? Alright, so let's see how this will go down this time. So far, so good. It's been always the body, though, that destroyed my team. Yep. Getting squished again. Now we're getting the determination casts out. Yeah, okay, that doesn't really help to get determination out after I'm dead already, eh? Ugh, okay. I mean, I still have a trade slot open. Makes me kind of wonder, though, what the hell we're supposed to do here. So I'm going to rock a Greater Dispel right there, because I know that this boss gets stronger the more debuffs I got. Yeah, Ariamaki, it's okay. We know that you like casting fireworks, but it's obviously not doing anything. So, settle down, chill out. Okay. Seems like there is a chance of survival there. Face Knight slapping out the determination spellcasts. There we go. Alright, determination is starting to kick in. Hope that's going to be the point where the combat swings to my favor. Let's keep the Greater Dispel running because I want to be as debuff free as possible. Looking good. So yeah, that's what we needed. But obviously I still need a mechanic that has more healing than the stuff I have right now. Seems like leeching alone doesn't heal us up heavily enough. So the body deals damage to enemies based on the number of debuffs they have. After the body takes damage, it damages the enemy equal to 30% of the body's highest stat. So a large-scale debuff strategy would probably work too. Or no, stat-reducing stuff strategy. Yeah, I think there's a good chance that we're going to win it this time. The determination spellcasts that went through should be enough to keep the team alive. So I can't stop casting Acid Rain though. I lowered the defense on that already to its to the lowest amount. So there we go. And I need to debuff, to cleanse the debuffs ASAP. Dolphin, hey there, welcome, happy to see you. So, Greater Dispel goes out now, right before the body of Lloyd gets to act. And let's see how that'll work out now. I'm pretty sure we're winning this now. Because after enough of the determination spellcasts went through, the defense rating of my team is so high that there's really nothing to worry about anymore. Okay. Looks like we got it. Let's slap out another round of Brandur. Oh, come on, you. You're not welcome here, Sexbot. So there's a decent chance that this build would now work out on higher instabs as well. Yeah, here. Chain determination casts kicking in. More and more HP racking up. Although the damage on Lloyd is still a tad bit lacking. Could be better. It's not going as fast as I want it to be. But on the other hand, as long as you're not getting... as long as the enemy ain't able to hurt you anymore. Yeah, Determination is a insanely powerful spell. Once you have had enough activations of that on your team, usually the enemy ain't able to hurt you anymore. It's all about getting there in the first place, though. Yeah, he can only take 10% of his maximum HP in one go. Yeah, well, more grandeur, why not? Well, I doubt that my explosions are able to deal more than 10% in the first place, so I'm not too worried about that. From this point on, it's just a question of time before the boss keels over. My team definitely is not taking any damage whatsoever anymore. So let's start attacking probably. Because my creatures do cast pyro bursts whenever they attack. But let's keep the dispels rocking. Lloyd is extremely versed in applying lots of debuffs on you. How many false gods are there? I think it's 6 or 8 right now. Resilient little bugger. So, let's start whacking the head. Because as long as the head is alive, the other body parts will regrow. Whenever the head gets to act, he's resurrecting his other body parts. Gross, isn't it? So... as far as I remember, there have been 2 more added lately or something like that. Gosh, when will this thing finally die? Those false gods certainly have grown in 80 million HP. Yeah, right. Not surprised that this takes a while. But I mean, considering what I what I pumped into these guys already, we should hit that line at some point in the near future as well. So, my friends, I wanted to finish this fight tonight, but I'm not seeing this happening on camera right now. 10 is alright. Hey, Petty Bunny, I think we were talking about you a moment ago. I think somebody said that you have 100% achievements done. I think that was the name, wasn't it? I thought there were 2 false gods that have been added after the release. But whatever. So the hat popped. I wanted to say goodnight already, but now I have hope again. I'd love to unbox the anointment with you guys, you know. So there we go. Finally, making progress here. So definitely not the fastest killer. The toxicologist, I feel like I feel like racked up the damage faster. Congratulations, Petty Bunny. I really mean it. And yeah, let's see. I hope there's going to be more goals for you to achieve in the future. Yeah. So there's only arms left now, bros. Alright. So I see the long-term weaknesses of this build, for sure, but could it be worse? Could it be worse? Started a second save. Oh my god, man. Okay. Relentless. But I mean, what can I say? I wanted to stop half an hour ago. Did you know? Come on. Go down already, you ugly. There's only 2 arms left. How can these arms be so resilient? Yeah, not happy with the DPS there. I feel like there's room for improvement. But I mean, that's, I think, the big problem about the bombs in general, that their potency mostly gets racked up by the enemy acting, and to get the enemy to act always takes the longest period of time, so to say. Alright, let's see what we're looting here, anointment-wise. Cruel Creation. Start with Unstable Horrors. Curse of Futility. Less intelligence, less speed. Enemies take more damage for each debuff they have. Take more damage from battle fatigue. Skirmish. Additional attack chance. Well, I think I'm going to go for the skirmish. These anointments are all rather meh, but the skirmish thing is going to be awesome if I ever want to do a attack-based build. And the others, well, this is a Reaver trait. This is the other thing that's somewhat appealing, the Daybreaker, but skirmish is so far the one that I see the most different uses. So, Pustule. Target takes small amount of damage and all other enemies take 200% of the damage dealt. Interesting. So, Death Guild, level 10. Hooray! So let's see where I'm at achievement-wise. 34%. It's actually pretty good. I thought I was at 33. So, Guild of Death. So, Tech Reaper, Hard versus Cog. Your creatures deal 10% more damage for each creature that has been killed in the current battle. Yeah, well, definitely gonna summon that. And we're going to head on out for the next bounty. Let's say we're going to go for the Lost Construct. Why not? Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. It's been a blast. Drop me your comments down below. Leave me a thumbs up or a subscription if you haven't done so already. There's also social media if you missed the stream, Discord, Twitter, and you stay informed, or you just do the bell thing on the subscription, then you get notifications as well. Last but not least, there's PayPal, there's Patreon, and I'd love you guys to check it out, because as a free content creator, I can use all the help that I can get. So, have a wonderful night, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful time of the day. See you there. Have a good one.